Ever felt that surge? That moment when everything clicks, when success is finally within reach, and then, bam, you pull the plug. Let me ask you an easy question here. Why do you destroy the very progress you fought for? You lose weight? Great. And then you start getting into rampage of eating everything you want. You get your dream job, and then you forget why you fought for it. You land a deal, and then you ghost your client. You finally feel happy, then you sabotage that relationship. Sound familiar? That is not an accident. That is a program. That is a silent suicide of progress, and it's happening to more of us than you think. And today, I'm here to help you to rewrite that program line by line. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Abid Podcast. This is episode 40. You know that feeling? You finally landed that dream job, and suddenly you start ghosting emails, missing deadlines, and feeling overwhelmed by the very opportunity that you craved. Or maybe you have been crushing your fitness goals, peeling those pounds, feeling incredible, feeling fit, and then out of nowhere, you knee deep into a spree of undoing all your hard work. On the other scenario, you hit a streak in your business, your relationship, your personal goal, and just as momentum builds in, you vanish, you disappear, you quietly, almost gradually hit the brakes. This is not a burnout. This is not lack of discipline. This is self-sabotage. And it's not because you are broken or lazy or fundamentally flawed, not at all. It's because deep down, a part of you believes that struggle is home. I repeat it again. Part of you believes that struggle is home. Chaos is familiar. That peace, true sustained success feels foreign, unsafe. And when things start to get too good, your subconscious mind, in its a foolish attempt to protect you, pulls you back to what it knows, the struggle. That familiar discomfort, the pain you have been growing familiar to. Why do we do this? It's a good question. The quiet, insidious act of tearing down everything you've built. It's not bad luck. Again, it's not coincidence. It is self-sabotage. I promised you last episode we will talk about self-sabotage, which is very critical, and that's why we are here, to talk about more about self-sabotage, because you can do everything good in your life and then that's it. The house card fall. If you are ready to stop that cycle, the cycle of 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, then buckle up. Because today, we are planning to expose the hidden enemy within you and giving you the blueprint, hopefully, to finally win the war against yourself. This is not just an episode of random podcast. If you wish, it's a wake-up call. So let's get into it. Why, when the universe finally aligns, when the hard work pays off, when the pieces start falling into place, do we automatically recoil? It's a good question. It boils down to a fundamental, often unconscious fear. Fear of what? Fear of success itself. I don't want to go on the rabbit hole of where this fear comes from. This is the psychologist part, is not our part in this episode. But let's say it again. That often unconscious fear of success itself. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Well, it's not. We chase success. We dream of it. We work tirelessly for it. But for many, especially in our generation, success triggers a deeper, more primal alarm. Think about it. If your childhood, your past, your social circus was steeped into chaos, in struggle, in constant uphill battles, then peace will feel fake. Another scenario, when money shows up, when genuine love shows up, when boundless energy show up, a part of you gets suspicious. Your why it's so good? Why it's too good? Your nervous system, conditioned by years of navigating of dysfunction, is addicted to it. It's likely a fault thermostat that have been set to struggle. When the temperature rises to success, then it automatically tries to cool things down to bring you back to that familiar, painful setting. Tony Robbins often talks about the power of identity, which is one of his said, which is I really believe is very strong. He says, and I quote, "The strongest force in the universe is the human being living constantly within his identity." Let that sink in. If your identity, consciously or unconsciously, is tied to being the struggle, the underdog, or the one who is always has to fight for it, then achieving effortless success directly contradicts that core belief. It creates cognitive disagreement within. Your brain, in attempt to maintain consistency, will subtly or not subtly push you back into the alignment within that old identity. This is where the imposter syndrome thrives. That nagging feeling that you are fraud, that you are not deserve the success, and that is only a matter of time before you are exposed. This is not just a fleeting thought. It's deeply ingrained program running into you in the background, constantly whispering doubts and urging you to return to your comfort zone of struggle. We fear not being enough. This is always there. But also we fear expectations that come with success. We fear the spotlight, the added pressure, the potential of great failure. Sound familiar? And sometimes we even fear losing control. When life gets calm, when things are flowing, our mind, accustomed to being in crisis management mode, start a fire just to feel familiar, just to feel like he's in control again. It's tragic irony when we work so hard to achieve something only to destroy it because our subconscious is trying to protect us from the very thing we desire. It is a pattern, a cycle. It is one that many of us are desperate to break free from it, which is why we turn to platforms like YouTube, searching for answers, for a way to out of this self-imposed prison. Most often queries in YouTube will be like, why do I self-sabotage when things are going well? Or some people will search, how to stop ruining my life when I'm happy? Because we automatically know there is a deeper psychologist mechanism at play. So now, the moment what happens, you will recognize that state of mind. It is a slight, smooth shift, a whisper before the storm. Things are finally flowing on the right direction. You are hitting your goals at work. Your relationships are thriving. Your health goals are being met. You feel sense of ease, the lightness you haven't felt in a long time. And then it happens. It could be a tiny mistake, a minor oversight of work, a small disagreement with a loved one, a missed workout, something seemingly insignificant, but our subconscious, it is a trigger, it is a coup, it's a boom. Suddenly, that little tiny mistake became monumental failure. That tiny disagreement escalated to full-blown crisis in your mind. That missed workout becomes a proof that you are fundamentally incapable of consistency. That internal dialogue kicks in and tells you, see, I told you, that will not last long. Or, you are not good enough for this. Or, this is too good to be true. Or, when this will stop. And then, ultimate self-sabotaging declaration, screw it, I'll start over Monday, or next month, or next year. You start retreating, you start procrastinating, you create chaos where there was a calm. You pull back from everything that were bringing you success. I want to share a story here you might relate to, or maybe it can give you some insights. When I started my last training company back in 2020, me and my business partner, we were operating from a bootstrap angle, trying to control our cost expenditure, from platform construction to running content creation, forming partnerships, marketing campaign. After a full year of battling against all the challenges, all the element of failure, when it comes to operation, from a bootstrap perspective, we had our major breakthrough in our next financial year. We had the system built, tested, functional, it was a major breakthrough. We had strong partnerships with the specialized in the training domain, worldwide it was. We start to build a client base, it took us time. We were in a position, and this is the kicker, we were in a position to get an investor to expand beyond the bootstrap mode, let's put it that way. Even I went further to start talking to some investor. Here when things hit the fan, or shit hit the fan. My business partner started to show that self-sabotage symptoms. It was his first ever real life business success, where things are moving in the right direction faster than he expected. So he started getting unease with that success and the pace of business going forward. Started to taste success after many years of failure. And for the first time in his life, it was a real business that could be scaled and had a potential for investment opportunity, which never happened to him. And above all, it was his retirement golden ticket. But his mindset hit the business at the core. Started delaying decisions, ignoring all the efforts to expand the team, shutting the door in the face of the investors. Things escalated very rapidly, and fast forward May 2023, that moment came to put my foot down and end that partnership. For me, it was more of a closing the door of self-sabotage mindset. This is not a conscious decision to fail. It is unconscious reaction to discomfort when it comes to his side. His comfort zone, our comfort zone, it can be the nest of negative patterns. Yes, it can be comfortable because they are familiar. When you step outside that comfort zone, which has that negative pattern, into a sustained success, your system screams, danger, danger, danger. It starts to protect you from the unknown. Here, the unknown is the success. From that perceived threat of a new identity as a successful person, and the new level of responsibility, because now you have a successful business. It will require more attention, and even fear of being seen, because you are now in front of the public with a successful business. You might tell yourself you are just tired or busy or that you need a break. But deep down, you knew that's coming. That because part of you, the part still clinging to the old, familiar identity of a struggle, does not believe success is suitable for people like you. It is the upper limit problem. We have unconscious thermostat for how much love and success and happiness we can handle. And when we exceed it, we self-sabotage to return to our familiar, lower setting. You have cleaned up, you have started to feel like a person that you know you could be. And then, out of nowhere, you quit, you flinch, you vanish, and you don't even know why. That is the pain of living in a body that's still addicted to your old identity. You're trying to install a new operating system, but your subconscious is still running Windows Trauma Edition. So, it pulls the plug. Now, how we rewire that new identity that can sustain winning. Again, it's not about motivation. It's not, you have been motivated enough. You have set your goals. You made a vision board. You listened to countless podcasts. And yet the cycle persists. That's because motivation is temporary. How many people that they need motivation, they keep listening for motivation podcasts or speeches every day? Because motivation is temporary. What we are talking about it here is more fundamental. It is about identity. One of Tony Robbins says as well, which is I like it. He stated that your life is a direct reflection of expectations of your peer group and the demands you place on yourself. But even more profound, it is a reflection of who you believe yourself to be. You win when you see yourself as a winner. Not temporary, not by accident, not by coincidence, but as a fundamental inherited part of your being. This is where the real work begins. It's about challenging that deeply ingrained belief that struggle is in your nature state. That peace is fleeting. That success is something that you don't deserve or cannot maintain. This is why so many young people are searching identity shift, rewriting subconscious success on YouTube. That they unconsciously know that the pattern, the problem isn't just external action, but it's an internal belief. Every time you hit a streak, every time things start to go right, instead of bulking it, instead of waiting for negative thing to happen, you need to expect it. That success you deserve. You need to integrate that success into your new identity. This is not about a positive affirmation that feel hollow. It's about creating a new internal narrative that your nervous system can finally align with. Emotion create notion. Get fit in shape, change your focus, change your language, and you change your mindset. Consistently change your mindset. Consistently acting from a place of empowered identity begins to rewrite your brain. So when the old voice whisper, this is not going to last, or you are an imposter, you need to have a counter statement, a new truth that you embedded. Speak this not just in your mouth, but in your entire being. Success is normal. Progress is permanent. Winning is my new home. Let that sink in. Say it until your nervous system stops flinching at the idea of peace. Say it until your body relaxes into feeling of sustained achievement. Say it until that old familiar discomfort of success transforms into a new powerful comfort. This is not just a mantra. It is a declaration of new identity. It is the active process of building a new neural pathway, a new default setting in your life. This is the answer for those who are searching YouTube for such a how to overcome imposter syndrome. It starts with the conscious decision to rewrite your internal story and then constantly reinforce that new narrative through your action and your self-talk. Because here's the truth. You don't feel failure. You fear maintaining success. Because deep down, you don't believe you deserve to win long term. Self-sabotage does not kill progress. It can kill partnerships. It can kill business. It can kill your future. That's why this freaking thing matters. And now, you carry those beliefs like a concrete in your pocket. So how we can break this freaking pattern? You don't need a hype. You need to recalibrate your identity. How we do it? Number one, name the loop. Awareness kills autopilot. Say it loud. Awareness kills autopilot. Every time I get close to success, I panic. Name that loop. Strip it from its power. Then you can eliminate it. Number two, create safety in progress. Your brain is not wired for joy yet. You have to train your brain to feel safe with peace. That's safety progress. Number three, micro wins, daily proof. Track the 1% wins. Proof rewrites the identity. Stack 30 days of wins. Automatically, sabotage start to panic instead of you. Number four, external eyes. Mentorship kills blind spots. You don't rise alone. This is very important. We've talked about it in previous episodes. You need a mentor at your side. If your circle is soft, has no strong people around you, then your ceiling is low. Number five, make a public promise. Declare a new self. Burn that boat, and you can drop it down in the comment section that I don't go back. Imagine this. You wake up 90 days from now, the day that you watch this episode, with the following: no self-doubt, no collapses. You don't fear the win. You expect it. And the second your old self tries to whisper, you smile. Because he doesn't run this anymore. You do. Your challenge. For the next 7 days, you don't quit when things feel good. You treat peace like home. You act like success is the standard. Comment down below. Let your old self know we are not playing small anymore. By the end of this episode, if you feel that this episode have added some kind of insight to you, and you feel somebody is indeed looking for such an insight, share it with him, comment down below, give the thumbs up for this video, and of course, if you are not subscribed, subscribe. And tune in for our next episode. We will talk about the identity, building the identity that can thrive under pressure. You already survived failure. Now prove to yourself that you can survive growth. It's not about potential anymore. It's about permission. Give yourself the freaking permission to thrive. Until then, as always we say, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep winning, and always keep breaking the cycle of failure. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.